Hello, everyone. So today we are back once again, and today we will discuss something very interesting. A sentence at times which can be very difficult for us to speak, but we have to speak it either ways. And that sentence that I'll discuss today is I don't know. Now tell me, people, how many times it happens with us that, let's say, your boss asked you something, that have you done this work or are you aware of this project, and your answer is I don't know. Does that sound rude? Does that sound unprofessional? Think about it. Many times we come across these situations. Maybe your junior asks you something, sir, what shall be the answer to this? And you don't have an answer and you end up saying, I don't know. Now, this, nothing wrong in this answer. However, if you just bluntly say, I don't know, what will happen? People may not take you very seriously from then on. Means I'm saying bluntly, I don't know. Either I was not aware of it, or I was not focused on doing it, or I have no clue. I'm clueless completely. So there is a better way through which you can remove this sentence and use a better sentence. So today I will share with you 10 alternate ways how you can use this sentence, I don't know, or reframe it and say it in a different way. Okay. So I want you to get your notepads and pens. Be ready. We will make sentences, and you can also put the sentences in the comments below. All right. So let's get started. Let me share the presentation with all of you. Give me a moment. Here it comes. Yeah. So I believe the screen is completely visible to all of you. So let's look at 10 professional ways to say I don't know. Rather than saying I don't know, you can use some other sentences that I'll share with you. All right. And believe me, if you start using these sentences instead of bluntly saying I don't know, you will sound more professional. It will show that you are a person with intent, with serious person with intent. You are just not clueless. All right. Even if you don't have an answer, you will have a professional way to handle that situation. Okay. So let's start with the first one quickly. So instead of saying, I don't know, you can also say, speak this sentence. Let me check on that and get back to you. So let's say somebody asks you, are you aware of this project? Or do you know what is the progress? Instead of saying, no, I don't know what is the progress, I can always use this statement, which sounds more professional. Let me check on that and get back to you. Let me check on that and get back to you. So indirectly, I'm saying that I have no idea right now, but give me some time. I'll definitely check on it and I'll get back to you. It shows you should be using it when you are genuinely don't know the answer but want to show responsibility. You want to show some accountability or responsibility that as of now, you don't know the answer, but give me some time. Let me check on it and then I'll get back to you. It shows your intent. As I say, intention is very important. There may be situations when you may not be aware of a certain answer. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. We are human beings, right? But at least you should have an intention to get the answer, and that is more important. Okay, so instead of saying I don't know bluntly, you can say this, let me check on that and get back to you. So you can make a sentence and put it in the comments. Let me check on that and get back to you. How will you use this? So let's say you are speaking with your boss, with senior, or somebody who has asked a question. The next one, I will need to look into it before giving you a clear answer. So instead of saying, I don't know, you can use this sentence also. It sounds professional. Sir, I need to look into it before giving a clear answer. I need to look into it before giving a clear answer, which shows that you don't guess, you prefer clarity rather than just giving an answer for the sake of giving that answer. You prefer clarity, and you are making it very clear to the other person that you need to look into it before you give a clear answer. This will also reduce the communication gap. Understand, many times we give an answer without realizing the repercussions, the end result of that answer. So to avoid that, use this. Instead of saying I don't know, I will need to look into it before giving a clear answer. The next one, well, that's outside my current knowledge, but I can find out. So sometimes you are not aware of it and you still have to give an answer. Should I say, I don't know? Avoid it. Rather use this. That's outside my current knowledge, but I can find out. It shows that you have the intention of knowing something. Good for cross-functional discussions or new topics. So let's say a topic is outside your domain, you're not aware of it at all. Then you are making the expectation very clear. Sir, it is outside my current knowledge, which means I'm not exactly aware of it, but obviously I can find out the answer. So give me some time. So it's just an indirect way of saying, I don't know. Give me some time. I'll find it out and I'll come with the correct answer. It shows your professionalism. Understand this. It shows your professionalism. Okay. So you can use this sentence as well. The next one, I don't have the answer right now, but I will connect with so and so person or that department or that team and update you. So instead of bluntly saying, I don't know, sir, I have no idea, I don't have the answer right now, sir, but definitely I'll connect with the correct person or whatever the name of that person. You can use that name or the department or the team, and I'll update you on that. So instead of saying, I don't know, I'm using this. All right. It shows that you can delegate the answer smartly, shows you know who can help. So it shows that you are aware of who that person who can find out the solution. So you're just giving clarity that right now I'm not aware of it, but I do know who may have the answer, and I'll definitely connect with that person or that department, and I will definitely update you on this. So it shows your delegation capabilities. Okay. So this is another better way of saying I don't know. Right. The next one, well, I haven't encountered that before, but I would love to explore it. I haven't encountered that before, but I would love to explore it. It makes you sound curious and proactive. So let's say you are completely clueless, you have no idea, but still you want to know about it, something that is completely new to you. So rather than just saying, I don't know, means I don't know, I'm uninterested, something like that, like without saying you are trying to show that I'm uninterested, why don't you say, that I haven't encountered that before, or I don't have much knowledge of that, but I would love to explore it. So it shows your curiosity. It shows you are curious, you're a proactive person, you're a thorough professional. So avoid using the word or that phrase, I don't know, use this, that I haven't encountered that before, but yeah, of course, given a chance, I'd love to explore it. All right. Now, here another way you can say I don't know. Well, let's say somebody asks you in a meeting or something that, do you know about this program or do you know about this project? Well, you need some time. What you can say, that's a great question, let me take a moment to think about it. Now let's say it's a meeting. Okay, let's say it's a meeting, a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet meeting, and somebody asks you a question. Are you aware of this program, or do you know this, or have you done this? So well, you can always take time by saying, that's a great question, let me take a moment and think about it. All right. So you can use it in live meetings when buying a few seconds of time. As I said, let's say in a Google Meet or a Zoom Meet, somebody asks you in front of an entire audience, are you aware of this? Do you have knowledge of this? Or can you do this? Well, you can always say, instead of saying, I don't know, I have no idea, you can always say, that's a great question, let me take a moment to think about it. Okay. So it helps you buy time. It helps you buy time. It helps you relax, think over it, and then give a proper answer. Okay. The next one, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to mislead you. So sometimes you are not at all aware, or you may have some clue, but still you think giving the answer will not be right, as you are not 100% sure on it. So in that case, you can use this instead of saying, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to mislead you. So use when you want to sound honest without sounding clueless. You want to sound really honest that, okay, I may have some idea or not, I'm 100% sure, I still have some doubts, but I don't want to mislead you, which means effectively I'm saying that let me do some research on it, and then I'll come back with the correct answer, proper answer. Okay. So this is another way of saying I don't know. As I always say, people understand your communication is everything. The power of words, through the power of words, wars are started. Through the power of words, peace is achieved. Everything is the power of words. the way you communicate. Saying the same thing in different ways is the hallmark of a great communicator. A person who can say the same thing in multiple ways shows that that person knows how to communicate better. And same thing we need to practice. We need to work it out. You don't have to memorize it. You just have to start using them. Slowly, steadily, you will build up a separate pattern of speaking rather than the base pattern that we follow. I don't know. I have no idea. Now, these are very base level answers. We should avoid using this. We should avoid them, rather go with more professional answers. The next one, let's verify that with the data before making a call. Let's verify that with the data before making a call. It is great for performance on number driven streams. So let's say you are doing some research on something, there is a team who is aligned to you, and there is something that needs to be done. So rather than saying, I don't know or we don't know, why don't you say, let's verify with the data before making a call, before taking a decision, let's verify the data. Instead of saying, I don't know, what decision should we take? It doesn't look good. It doesn't sound professional. You can always use this. Let's verify that with the data before making a call. Means before taking a decision, let's verify it with the data, right? It is good for performance on number-driven streams. The next one, I'd prefer to get back to you after reviewing it in detail. You can write this down. I'd prefer to get back to you after reviewing it in detail. Means you sound confident, not confused. Instead of being clueless, I don't know, how did that happen? When did that happen? Instead of giving these type of base type of answers, why don't you say this? I'd prefer to get back to you after reviewing it in detail, which means effectively I'm saying I'd like to review the details and then I'll get back to you. So before taking any call, before taking any decision or sharing my judgment, I'd love to review that thing. I'd like to review the entire thing and then only I'll get back to you, instead of saying I don't know or I have no knowledge of it. Okay. Can I come back to you with certain time or a certain day after reviewing it? So this is another way you can ask a question, a very soft way you can ask it, that instead of saying, I don't know, can I come back to you on so and so date or by this time after reviewing it? Can I come back to you by 4 o'clock today or by tomorrow, 11 o'clock? Here you are giving a deadline showing commitment. Means you are not saying that I don't know. Rather, you are saying, okay, right now I don't have the knowledge, but give me some time. By this time, let's say 4 o'clock today or by 11 o'clock tomorrow or day after tomorrow, by that time, I'll find it, I'll do research on it, and I'll come back to you after reviewing it. So it shows that you are giving a commitment that I'll come back to you, right? Rather than just saying, I don't know, and not taking any responsibility. Here you are showing commitment. Here you are showing professionalism. Now, these small things matter a lot in the long run. In your corporate sector, these small things, that way you reframe your answers, the way you handle situations, it shows your professionalism. So start taking these sentences very seriously. Sounds good? So those were the 10 sentences that I shared with you, which you can use instead of saying, I don't know, or I have no idea, or when did that happen? Instead of saying these, which sounds a bit unprofessional, rather use these, and it will show that you are a person with an intention who is serious about knowing something, are curious, and you are ready to get to the end result rather than being confused or clueless about something. Hope that gives you clarity. So try to use these sentences. Till now, if you like this video, I request do subscribe and like the video, and do share with people who also are struggling with communication at workplace. They are struggling with English communication. It will help them as well. That's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow again around the same time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. God bless all.